Hello everyone, welcome back to Girls Frontline, tomorrow with you. Let's go ahead and continue. What is the meaning of this? Rose shoves her way through the crowd, closing in on Soppo. In the race of Rose's wrath, all Soppo does is land her drone in the palm of her hand. You can have injured someone with that toy of yours. Hand it over, right now. But Ro, it's fine. Despite everything going on, Soppo's voice remains high-pitched and cheerful. I was in control the whole time. Besides, a small drone like that couldn't hurt anyone. I will not listen to excuses. Now hand that thing over and come with me to the disciplinary committee office. Then come and take it from me. Soppo sticks her tongue out of Ro, before turning on her heels and running away. Soppo, get back here right now! Ro attempts to chase after Soppo, but the other girl is too fast for her. She eventually gives up and moves back over to us instead. Kalina? Shiki? Are you two okay? Did you get hurt? No, we're fine. It was a close call though. Seriously. Despite what just happened, Ro has a smile on her face. Soppo. That girl will never grow up. Always making trouble for me. But she doesn't have any bad intentions. Please don't hold it against her. Of course not. We understand. She's quite an intriguing doll though. I have some experience in robotics myself, and her talent? It's amazing. Indeed. The talent is almost frightening. Just look at her hands. She replaced them with mechanical hands that she built herself. They all allow her to work more efficiently. She's in the robotics club room most of the time. If you're interested, why not go speak to her yourself? Oh, keep that in mind. Thank you, Ro. Don't mention it. Oh, it's almost time for classes to begin. You two should hurry along. I'll get going as well. Ro takes her leave. Kalina and I hurry to our classroom. On the way, she turns to me and speaks. Shiki, what you did back there... Thank you. I thought that was really cool. Although I was never in real danger, it felt like you really saved my life. Thanks. I just acted out of instinct, really. I wasn't thinking too hard at the moment. That's truly impressive. That spell! It's on Shiki. We run to classroom and get into our seats seconds before Miss Helian enters. The first day of the class is English. That's not too bad. However, Miss Helian's monotonous voice makes it difficult for me to concentrate. Taking a quick look around, I can see that I'm not the only one with that issue. Kalina has her phone hidden beneath her desk. She's going through it, completely absorbed in whatever she's doing. A few other students have their phones out and hidden as well in various locations. Some are quietly talking amongst themselves, while one girl at the back of the class has already fallen asleep. Most of the others have similar expressions of boredom on their faces. I stare at the window next to me. The blinding sunlight makes me squint. Far away, I see the field, surrounded by shrubbery. A group of students run laps around it. Besides that, the outside is still and silent. Turning back to the classroom, I force myself to pay attention to Miss Helian. And we shall start reading the novel No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai. This novel is considered a masterpiece even today, over 100 years after it was published. This is a story of a troubled young man, Yozo, who is incapable of revealing his true self to others and maintains the facade of a fool. The story describes his moral, physical, and emotional degradation and spiral into a life of crime. Kalina! Kalina is startled by the mention of her name. She slid her phone into her desk and stands up. Who did I say is the author of No Longer Human? Kalina thinks for a moment, then she discreetly whispers to me. Shiki, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Which name did she mention? Let's see. Soppo Kunikida. No, that's not that. Let's not let her down. That's correct. I thought you were looking at your phone on your desk, but it seems you were paying attention after all. Good, Kalina. Please sit down. Kalina sits down. She turns to me with a wink and says, "Thank you so much, Shiki. I really owe you one." A few painstaking hours later, the bell rings for lunch break, giving us some much-needed relief. Most of the students leave for the cafeteria immediately. Some stay behind to chat or play. Kalina gets up and turns to me. "Shiki, I'm headed to the cafeteria right now. Wanna come along?" I'm about to answer her when I remember Soppo, my conversation with Ro in the morning about Soppo's robotics club. "I'm sorry, Kalina. There's something I really want to check out right now. Please go on ahead without me." Kalina looks disappointed at my answer, but her smile returns quickly. "That's alright. I'll see you later then. Bye for now." Kalina waves and leaves her bento box in a hurry. I stuff my notebook into my bag and exit the classroom, heading towards the club rooms. I make my way to the 4th floor. According to the information I found on my tablet, the robotics club was in room 402. Is there room 404? I wonder if that's where Squad 404 will stay at. As I walk down the corridor, I glance at the other club rooms that I pass. There's the art club, the drama club, the music club. I kept walking, eventually finding a door with a robotics club sign on it. The sign itself looked a bit out of place. The handwriting, designs, and coloring remind me of an elementary schooler. Strangely enough, I can hear sounds from the other side of the door. Perhaps there's someone else inside the club room during lunch. I knock on the door a few times. There's no response, but the sounds continue. I slide the door open and walk into the room. "Excuse me, is there anyone?" I stop as my eyes take in the sights around the club room. It's not what I was expecting. Right in front of me, there's a long desk below the window. It is quite messy, with open books and spare parts lying all over it. Hey, let's see, there's, Soppo Jr.? That cube, I forgot what it's called, but I know that cube was in the story. And there's a diner gate. It could be banana. I'm not too sure yet. However, it is not just a desk. Most of the desks and chairs have been pushed to the sides of the club room to clear a large space in the middle. The space resembles a minefield. Chairs facing in every direction, spare parts, tools, and even a welding mask are scattered everywhere. A few boxes are stacked near the door. There's a row of computers at the far end of the room. The shelves on the other side of the room have books piled on them. Overall, the club room is a chaotic yet orderly vibe. Soppo sits cross-legged on top of the desk, facing the window. She appears to be tinkering with a drone, the same one from this morning. Her bright red eyes have an intense gleam as she works. She looks very cute but yet slightly scary at the same time. Soppo appears to be completely absorbed in the work. She hasn't noticed my presence yet. As she may reaches into the box of machine parts beside her, I might get a closer look at her hands. They're clearly custom built, the metal painted black with red stripes. Soppo's fine motor control appears unaffected despite their claw-like appearance. I stared at her in awe for what seems like an eternity, watching her work on the drone. Finally, she seems to notice my presence. As she looks up at me, curiosity spreads across her face. She puts the drone aside and hops off the desk. I clear my throat. Hi, I'm Shiki-kan, the new transfer student. I was intrigued by your drone demonstration this morning and Soppo's face instantly lights up at my words. She steps toward with a big smile, speaking over my words. Oh, hello, I'm in for Pt.2. But you can just call me up Soppo. I'm glad you like the drone. Are you interested in robotics, Shiki? You don't mind if I call you Shiki, do you? It sounds cute. That's fine, Soppo. And yes, I do like robotics.
Ah, really? That's amazing. I'm so happy, Shiki.
Soppo skips closer to me.
Would you like to join a club then? Don't worry, We'll have lots of fun. You like robotics, so you'll definitely love it here. Please?
Her enthusiasm is overwhelming, and for a moment I can't find the words to reply to her. I take a breath to compose myself before I speak. Let's see, I'm not really sure. I want to see what other stuff there is. Satu frowns at my reply. Oh no, the happy girl singers frown like that, so sad.
Eh? Well, no worries. You can change your mind later if you wish to. The rest of the club will be here after school. Can you drop by then? That will give you a better understanding of our activities for sure.
Sure thing, I'll be there. I take it you're the head of the club, Satu? Satu smiles shyly.
You could say so. But I'm not like a leader or anything. We're just a group of students with a common passion for robotics. In club, we simply let our creativity and imagination run wild and have fun. We would be really happy if you joined us.
She gives me a small bow and returns to her desk, resuming her work on the drone. She's always this enthusiastic, I might have a hard time keeping up. Anyway, I wanted to ask her about... Let's see... Ask about her hands. By the way, Soppo, your hands.
Huh?
She held her hands up.
Oh, these? I made them out of titanium alloy, all by myself. I had my regular hands replaced by them. They're stronger, faster, and more flexible than those old ones. They help me work much more efficiently. Also, don't they just look cool, Shiki?
Yeah, they look good on you. But you made them yourself? That's incredible, Soppo.
Aw, thank you, Shiki. You're so nice.
The silly compliment caught me off guard. Trying my best to hide a sheepish smile, I noticed that she was working on the drone again. Oh, Soppo, is that the same drone from this morning? Soppo looks up from the drone.
This drone? Yes, it is. It was just an average recon drone until I added some fun features to it.
Fun features?
Yes, I made it sturdier and changed its design to make it faster, more agile, and more stable in flight. This way I can make it perform fancy mid-air stunts.
Satu's eyes gleam with mischief. She continues to speak.
I'm also setting up so that I can simultaneously control it and view the camera feed from my phone. I'll be done very soon, so please wait, Shiki.
Doing all that just by modifying a recon drone? That's amazing, Soppo.
It's nothing really.
She continues working on the drone. In spite of what she said, Soppo is to be a natural at this. Soppo suddenly stands up with the drone in one hand, quickly stashing the other spare parts she was holding into the box. Soppo, you're done with the drone?
Yep, it should be good to go now. Shiki, would you please put this back away in the corner? I just want to make some final adjustments on the drone.
Sure thing, I don't mind.
Thanks a lot, Shiki.
She gives me her bright smile yet. I smile back as I pick up the heavy box and carry it to the corner. When I return, Soppo is practically bouncing on her heels. Her expression reminds me of an eager puppy.
It's ready. Here we go, Shiki.
Soppo holds the drone in one hand. She pulls out her phone with the other, tapping the screen several times. The drone's propellers begin to spin. It is soon hovering in the air, just above our palm. Soppo beckons me over. I walk over to her side and look at her phone screen. The live camera feed from the drone is on display, and it's remarkably clear.
Now watch the drone.
She taps the controls on her phone screen. I look up and watch the drone circle the classroom, maneuvering around any obstacles in its way. Soppo giggles, and the drone picks up speed. Even then, she still maintains control of the drone.
Ready to see some tricks?
She swipes a finger over a screen in a circular motion. The drone began spinning sideways midair. Astonishingly, it maintains its balance. spinning on its axis as it stays on course. What? How can you do that? I'm pretty sure it wasn't so fast in the morning. This is amazing.
Yeah, I just added that function. But cheeky, there's more. Keep watching.
Soppo taps the screen again. The drone stops spinning. It swoops down, slipping through gaps between the desks and chairs.
Whee! This is so much fun.
The drone soars up, passing over the next row of desks. Soppo appears to be really enjoying herself, flying the drone all over the classroom. I couldn't help but smile as well. Her energy and cheerfulness are infectious. I suddenly look at the drone and freeze. It stopped looping around the desk and was hovering midair. Then suddenly it shoots straight at me. Even as Soppo claims it's harmless, the drone can seriously injure me if it hits me at that speed. I had to dodge. Let's see. Let us just stand there. We don't want to embarrass ourselves. Frozen, I can only watch as it approaches my face at full speed. However, at the last moment, the drone does U-turn midair and speeds away from me. Exhaling in relief, I look at Soppo to find her in a fit of laughter.
You fell for that trick again. I'm sorry if I scared you, Shiki, but the look on your face right now was priceless. That was great.
She did that on purpose? Jeez, what a childish prank. At the corner of my eye, I see the cloud room's doors flies open. Rose storms into the room, shouting as she moves.
Soppo, so there you are. I've been looking all over school for you.
Rose starts moving in our direction. Soppo gleefully approaches her friend.
Bro, come in, look at this new drone I made. That can wait, it's almost time for classes to resume. Come with me.
Rose stops and looks over at me.
Oh, good afternoon, Shiki. Was Soppo bothering you?
Good afternoon, Ro. She wasn't. She was just demonstrating her new drone. I see. She turns to Soppo. Come on, Soppo. I will not let you skip classes and stay in here all day. I don't care if you have excellent grades in science or if you're the ace of the robotics club. You need to attend classes like every other student at Griffin High. Excellent grades? And ace? Really? The surprise was evident in my voice. Ro answers me without missing a beat. She may not admit it, but don't let her words or her childish behavior fool you, Shiki. Soppo is a very capable and extremely talented girl. She's a natural genius, but her tendency to cause mischief and break rules can be troublesome. Let's go. Ro tugs at Soppo's arms. Soppo pouts and doesn't move.
But Ro, sitting through hours of class is so boring. I was having so much fun with Shiki here. Can we stay here for a few more minutes? Pretty please?
Ro says nothing, continuing to stare at Soppo with the same firm expression. Soppo pouts again and turns to me.
Shiki, please convince Ro. I want to play with you for a little longer.
That's...
Sorry, Soppo. We have to go.
Soppo, Ro's right. We should leave for classes now. See, Shiki agrees with me. I'm not staying here a minute longer, Soppo. Come on, Soppo. Put that toy away and come with me. Soppo reluctantly sets the drone aside. As she walks toward the door, she turns to me again.
Aw, playtime's over. Well, you're coming here after school, right, Shiki? I'll see you then. Bye.
Alright, see you then, Soppo. Ro places her hands on Soppo's back, nudging her to go faster. She glances over her shoulder at me. You should get going too, Shiki. And please don't hesitate to tell me if Soppo ever caused trouble for you. Don't worry. She hasn't been causing any problems for me. See you later, Ro. Ro nods and leaves the clubroom with Soppo. I follow closely behind him, shutting the door behind me. Today has been quite eventful so far. I wonder how many more surprises are in store for me as I finally reach my classroom. I take my seat just in time as the bell rings to signal the end of lunch break. I talk to Kalina about my encounter with Soppo as Miss Springfield walks in. I never thought before coming here that entertaining genuine relations would be so hard. At least, home economics classes are relaxing. Miss Springfield, our professor for this subject, gives us today's assignment in a hurry. Let's take a good look at Springy. I quite like how she looks. I think she'd make a great teacher. Then she dashes out, blabbering and spouting gibberish. Seriously, what's wrong with her? On top of that, we have to pair up. Not that I have much choice, everyone else is already in the pair. And I'm guessing...
Hey, Shiki, do you want us to do this together?
There she goes. Why, yes, I was kind of lost on who I could ask to be my partner, to be honest.
I told you before, you can count on me.
Kalina strikes a pose. Reminds me of the 1940s propaganda pamphlets, especially those encouraging women to join a war effort. Ah, yes. Forgot her name. Was it Rosemary? Rosie? Rose? Maritime? Rose? Something. I forgot my history. Well, it kinda suits her, actually. Rosie the Riveter, let's go. Alright then, Miss, you can count on me. Let's get to it. I don't really think I have much choice, do I?
Oh, come on, don't be like that. You couldn't have started hating me after only one day now, could you? Please say something.
Let's get to it.
Hey, don't leave me hanging like that.
Today's assignment appears fairly straightforward. Wearing various tears in children's clothing. Why are we doing this anyway? Granted, dolls actually start this year, so they would know little of classic house chores or DIY skills. Or do they? I glance over at Kalina, my pair of half-prepared socks in hand. She's surprisingly good at this. I wonder, perhaps this is a hobby of hers. My gaze drifts around the classroom. It's pretty obvious to me that dolls have no idea how to use their hands. Only few of them could perform the assigned task. The majority of the dolls are either raging, crying, or playing with the clothes. I wonder, these skills are fine motor control and muscle memory. Maybe their cores could be modified for civilian activities instead. Say, Kalina.
Huh? What is it, Shiki?
She maintains her focus on her sock hole while answering. She's definitely skilled. Is this normal?
This? What do you mean?
Well, this situation. It feels like a bunch of toddlers have replaced all those girls almost from the moment they started sewing.
Oh, that? Well, yes. Unfortunately, our class has, let's say, a lot of yet to mature dolls. Some of them have the patience of actual toddlers, frankly speaking. Boom! But I think it's part of the charm. Also, they've only been living like this for a few months. You have to realize that their capabilities are extremely limited here. My curious gaze doesn't escape Kalina's notice. She continues speaking. Don't you feel frustrated when you're sick and physically weakened? Does it upset you when you can't do things right, or can't do what you want?
Well, yeah, that's not the kind of feeling I particularly like.
For them, it's the same. To enter the Griffin program, they had to relinquish many of their higher-end capabilities. I think it's also something to do with their cores. Anyway, some of these dolls were once regarded as top of the line, the best dolls available on the market. To us, it felt like being trapped in an actual toddler's body. You see what I mean?
I guess.
I'm glad you understand.
No, not really.
Well, it can't be helped. We're humans. And they're dolls. I hope we can understand it at some point. Anyway, hurry up, or I'll be done before you.
I frown slightly. What does she mean? I check her hands, still going at it. I realize mine have stopped during the conversation. I hastily resume working, maybe too hastily. That beginner's mistake I just made is going to cost me at least 10 minutes to undo. As the bell rings, everyone starts packing their things and heading out the classroom. As for me, I decided to uphold my promise to Soppo 2 and check out the robotics club at school today. As I head towards the door, Kalina says,
Shiki, wait, you're going to robotics club, right? Let's go together.
Thanks, Kalina, but I'll be fine on my own.
No buts, we're going together. We already met Soppo 2, but I want to introduce you to another friend of mine. Let's go now, Shiki.
We head down the corridors, and in a few minutes, find ourselves in front of the robotics club room. Judging from the noise inside, it seems to be very lively at the moment. Just as we are about to enter, we hear footsteps and turn to see Ro hurrying towards us.
Kalina, I apologize for interrupting you, but I need your help right now. Please come with me to the disciplinary committee office. Ah, Ro, I was just showing Shiki around. I'm sorry, but that will have to wait. There's a ton of paperwork and we're understaffed. We need your help, Kalina.
Please, you're my only hope. Ro bows slightly. Kalina looks rather uncomfortable being put on the spot like this.
Wait. Alright, I'll come with you.
She turns to me.
I'm sorry, Shiki, but you have to go ahead on your own. I'll make it up to you later somehow, okay? See you.
Wait, if it's alright then I can help with the paperwork too. Ro cuts in, her tone firm. Thank you for the offer, Shiki, but I doubt you would be much of help, especially as it's only your second day here. Just Kalina will be enough for now. Besides, you promised to meet Soppo 2 now, didn't you? You shouldn't make promises you can't keep. Let's go, Kalina.
See you later, Shiki.
Alright then. See you. The girls leave and I'm left alone in front of the robotics club room. I take a deep breath and begin to slide the door open. As I do so, the door flies open and I'm pulled in by my arm.
Ah, you really remembered our promise. Welcome back, Shiki.
Soppo 2 spins me around, laughing the whole time. Even though my vision is blurry and I'm getting dizzy, I can't tell but notice how remarkably adorable she looks. Soppo 2, stop, I'm getting dizzy. She finally stops and I slump down in a chair, holding my head. Soppo 2 remains unfazed. I smile on her face, radiating with the energy of 1,000 suns. I really cannot keep up if she's this intense. Still, that's not really a bad thing. As my vision clears, I notice that the clubroom is far more lively than it was in the afternoon. There are quite a few other dolls, working on something or the other. Some carry boxes of machine parts around, while others sit in front of computers, typing away. My attention is drawn to another girl sitting close to Soppo 2. She has chestnut-colored eyes and long brown hair. Seems to be just sitting at the table and studying. Ah, it's a cinnamon roll! She stares intently at a notebook, occasionally stealing glances in our direction. She seems to be total opposite of Soppo 2 in temperament. Let's take a good look at M4. She looks quite nice. Soppo 2 suddenly speaks up again.
Shiki, you haven't met M4, have you? Then come on, let's talk to her.
Soppo 2 drags me by the hand across the clubroom, stopping in front of the girl. She looks up from her notebook. She has a somewhat faraway look in her eyes that only enhances her beauty.
Shiki, this is M4A1. One of my best friends here. M4, this is Shiki, a new transfer student.
M4A1 stands up and gives a slight bow.
A pleasure to meet you, Shiki. My name is M4A1, a doll of the latest generation, first year at Griffin High.
Her voice. It was as if an angel had descended from the heavens. Her tone was that of a caring, motherly girl. The kind that takes care of her whole group of friends simply because she likes to do it. And her smile after she finishes her introduction is a pure blessing on this world. I take a moment to compose myself and reply. I'm Shiki-kan. You can call me Shiki. I just transferred here as a test subject for an opening of the Griffin program to humans. I'm looking forward to getting along with you.
Likewise. I'm in your care from now on.
As M4A1 takes her seat, I can't tell but notice that she has a royal, almost princess-like aura about her. Her elegance and grace stands in stark contrast to Soppo's balanced enthusiasm and cheerfulness. My reverie is broken by Soppo waving her hand in front of my face.
Shiki, I've been staring at him for all this time instead of listening to me. Did you already fall in love with her? Hehe.
She has a mischievous grin on her face, and for A1, on the other hand. Ah, she's blushing.
Soppo.
Her face is bright red in embarrassment. As she looks away, Soppo simply laughs.
It's just a joke, M4. I don't really mean it.
M4 A1 sighs and turns back to her notebook.
Anyway, Shiki, make yourself at home. Feel free to use everything we have in here. Too bad I don't have any snacks today to share with everyone though.
M4 A1 looks up at Soppo's words.
Soppo, you know that bringing food into this building isn't allowed?
I don't know how you get away with things like this. Ro is way too soft on you.
Aww, but everyone's so happy when I sneak food in here for us. And seeing everyone else happy makes me happy too.
That's admirable, Soppo, but there are school rules that we must all abide by.
Now you sound just like Ro and 4.
They both break into laughter. I can't help but smile too. Just then a doll calls from the other side of the room. Soppo, can you help me for a bit? I can't stabilize this exoskeleton. Exoskeleton. Could that be 45? She has an exoskeleton?
Yep, coming right over. Hold on.
She bounds away excitedly. I am alone with M4A1. M4A1, are you interested in robotics as well? M4A1 looks up at me, slightly flustered.
Mr. Khan, please, just call me M4.
Alright, M4, but you have to call me just Shiki.
Alright, Shiki.
I smile.
To answer your question, no, not really. I come here to just keep Soppo company.
That's nice, although I find it surprising.
How so?
You seem to be so graceful, elegant, and calm, while Soppo is so extremely energetic that I can't keep up. It's difficult to imagine the two of you as friends. M4's face turns red again.
Shiki, thank you. You really flatter me.
M4 composes herself and continues speaking.
To be honest, when I first met Soppo, I was a little scared by her antics. I was studying alone in the classroom when she burst in, saying she was looking for members for a club. She spotted me, then practically dragged me here. I was very uncomfortable at first, but I slowly grew accustomed to it. I'm not really good at talking to people. I prefer to bury my face in a book. But Soppo kept talking to me every day. Before I knew it, we had become good friends.
M4 pauses. She blinks, almost as she has just realized something.
Wow. I can't believe I talked that long to you without faltering.
Aw, she's smiling. Adorable.
I guess Soppo's confidence is rubbing off on me.
Indeed. And I really enjoyed hearing your story, M4. She gives a shy smile and we sit together in silence for a while. Then M4 speaks first.
How about you, Shiki? Are you interested in robotics?
Indeed. My father works in the robotics industry, so I know quite a bit about it. We are interrupted by a delighted Soppo.
Really, Shiki? You're amazing. You must be great at robotics then. Come on then, there's something I've been planning to do for a while. Will you help me with it?
Sure, I guess.
Perfect. Oh, and I forgot to mention it, but you're officially a member of the Griffin High Robotics Club now. Everybody, a round of applause.
I'm surprised to see everyone standing up and applauding me. I turn to Soppo. Soppo, I didn't even say that I would join.
Oh, that's fine, Shiki. Robotics is freedom. As long as you have your passion for robotics, you will always be a member of the club. Also, you don't necessarily need to report here every day. It's okay if you drop by once in a while. There aren't too many formalities with us.
Just like that, I have become a member of the robotics club. Surprised to be sure, but a welcome one. By the way, Pt.2, what was it you wanted my help with?
Ah, yes, that. Come on. Excuse me, but our time is almost up. We should start packing now.
I look at the clock. Indeed, we only have 5 minutes left.
Never mind, I'll tell you next time you drop by. That's it home for today. Good work, everyone!
We'll pack everything up and head out. Saying my goodbyes to Pt.2 and M4, I hurry to the school gates where Rod is awaiting with the car. As Rod drives us back home, I tell her about my rather eventful day at school today. She listens intently and then replies,
You're making excellent progress, Master. In merely 2 days, you have made more friends and joined an after-school club. I'm really proud to call you my master.
It's fine, really. I would have been more worried if I hadn't made more friends today.
I see. Tell me more about your friends, Master.
My friends? Well... let's see, let's talk about Ro. Ro 635, or Ro, is head of the disciplinary committee. She can be rather strict, but is good at what she does and cares about her friends.
Oh, a paragon of justice. The shining ray of hope in the chaotic dark. That is great, Master.
I didn't even understand most of that, but thank you. Pt.2 is a cheerful and very, very enthusiastic girl. She literally overwhelmed me with her energy. But she's really easygoing, fun to talk to, and is also great at robotics.
That sounds like fun. She seems to be the kind that tops every anime popularity poll.
Hey, Pt.2 is a real person, don't turn her into a fictional one. M4A1 is a nice girl. She's soft-spoken, well-mannered, and a bit shy. However, talking to her was rather calming after being dragged around by Pt.2 for a while.
Oh, sounds like a princess imprisoned in her castle, waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Sounds like you read way too many cheesy romance novels, Rod.
You seem to have made quite a wide variety of friends in a single day.
Master, did you invest all your skill points into your charm stat?
You're well on the way to becoming a harem protagonist.
Well, Rod, please, I just met them today and they're only my friends.
My apologies, Master. I was simply joking. After all, life isn't an otome game. Ah, we're home. Welcome back.
Happy to be home. Get out of the car and enter the house. I'm rather exhausted after my second day of school. I head to the living room and throw myself onto the sofa. Sometime later, Rod appears in front of me.
Master, you look exhausted. Would you like me to prepare a light dinner today as well? It is important that you get rest.
That's alright, Rod. Please do so.
Then, please rest, Master. Leave it to me.
She hurries away. I sit up on the sofa and gather my thoughts. Today was a rather eventful day. The drone incident this morning, and then talking to Pt.2 during lunchtime. Being dragged around by Pt.2 in the robotics club after school, and meeting M4 as well. I certainly made a lot of friends today. While tiring, it was definitely fun. This is how life at Tanigashima will be. I'm looking forward to it. I got up as Rod called me for dinner. We eat quickly, and after I head to bed, eager to get some rest and prepare for the next day. It's 10 p.m. After checking my logistics and completing dailies in my game, I decide to go to sleep immediately. Rod would wake me up at the crack of dawn to train again. After the hectic day that today was, I really needed some rest. I turned the lights off and laid down on my bed. Before I knew it, I had fallen into deep, dreamless sleep.
Master, wake up.
The voice interrupts my rest. Although my brain recognizes the call, the sun's blinding light prevents me from raising either eyelid. The plush pillows and mattress don't help either.
Please, Master. It is imperative you rise in accordance with your schedule.
I hear Walrod's voice clearly, yet in a state of being both awake and asleep, I can't answer. Just a few more minutes, then I'm sure I'll be fully awake. Just a few more minutes.
Unfortunate. It doesn't seem to reach him. I must raise my voice once more. Very well.
The instant she says those words, my eyes burst open. You could have poured water on me, zapped me, electricity, or both, and I still would not be as alert as I am right now. The only thing worse than having an explosion assault your ear is to have it assault your ear in the morning, when it's the most vulnerable. I fling myself out of bed, tossing my blanket aside.
Master, you're awake. What leaves you so panicked? Did you have a nightmare?
In a way, I guess you can say that.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help you out about your nightmares, Master?
I look at the earnest Walrod and sigh. No, it's nothing for you to worry about, Walrod. I catch a glimpse of the tiniest bit of dismay on her face.
Please, Walrod, don't make that face. Makes me feel bad.
From making my meals to making my bed, she helps in ways both big and small, but nightmares aren't really something she can help with. With a determination as strong as hers, the more pristine it glasses, the more apparent its blemishes become. Well, I guess there is one way you can help. Walrod perks up, a notable interest showing in her eyes. I clear my voice in preparation to make the narratives of various fantasy films. When you go to sleep, join me in the parallel world. Then we will fend off the beasts in battle together. Immediately she smiles.
Of course, Master. It is my duty as your apprentice to defend you. Both day and night, you may count on me.
Oh, but that is for later. Turning towards the alarm clock, I can see it's the same time as yesterday, 5:10 a.m. That can only mean one thing. What about today?
Pirate cannot be cheated in one day, Master.
It is a lifestyle. We shall continue just as we did yesterday. I thought so. Seeing that there is no escape, my only option is to accept it, although I'm still not any less tired. What are we doing today?
For today I've been considering training your muscles. Though currently I'm unsure as to whether we should train your control or your strength.
What would you wish for, Master? Let's get some control. I think we should focus on muscle control. There's no point in strength if you can't use it properly first.
Ah, as expected of you, Master. Very wise. Very well. I have many practice routines ready for us to engage. Please follow me to training grounds once more.
Walrod and I head up the stairs. Still not fully awake, I lag behind, even as I take 2 stairs with every step. We're right to see the same sight as yesterday, yet no less amazing. Can only notice more about the city as the days pass. Hulls of rainwater shimmer in the sunlight. Flocks of birds fly across the red sky, their shapes forming portraits with saw clouds as the backdrop.
The day greets us well, so let us greet the day by starting off on a mighty foot.
Walrod reaches inside a nearby box. She pulls out 2 mats, one red and the other green, laying them across the floor before occupying the latter. Stepping onto mine, I see her eyes shut. She holds her breath, becoming a living statue for a brief second before resuming. Inhalation, separation from exhalation in perfect intervals.
Breathe, Master. Synchronize yourself. Match the rhythm of your heart to the sun.
She makes it sound so easy, although it's a doll, I guess it might be. Regardless, I must try. Inhale, exhale. I control my breathing and find a comfortable pace.
Perfect. Let's begin.
She bends one leg in her arms, forming a tree pose. It seems simple enough. I imitate her with no problem.
It seems that you understand well, Master. Let me raise the intensity. She stretches out her arms to opposite sides and shifts her legs. A warrior pose, if I recall correctly. There's some pressure on my muscles now, but that's expected. It seems fairly relaxing. Excellent. As expected of you, Master. Now that we have finished all the trivial warm-ups, we can truly begin. Suddenly she shoots me one arm forward and the other up. Her leg somehow bends up to reach her hand, yet her other remains as straight as a skyscraper. I don't even know what that's supposed to be called. I freeze up in shock. It takes me a moment before I even attempt to imitate it. My arms cooperate easily, but my legs do not. The farther I raise my foot, the harder it bites at me. It's a battle for every slightest bit of distance. Fire burns in my thighs, pain quickly spreading through the rest of my body, but I continue trying to raise my leg. I keep fighting and fighting until I lose my balance and fall. In my hubris, I overextended myself beyond my limits. Instead of a heroic limit break, my entire body now aches like hell. Master, are you alright? Wellrod drops her pose without hesitation and scurries to my side. It's no problem, Wellrod. I'm fine. Undeterred from her goal, she grasps my forearm, checking for any injuries. Despite the gloves, her touch still radiates warmth. Upon confirming that I'm unharmed, her gaze relaxes. Then, seemingly having realized something, she jolts her hand back. I'm sorry, Master. I got carried away in my duty. It's fine, Wellrod. I appreciate your concern. A relieved grin appears across Wellrod's face. I should have been the one paying attention anyways. I couldn't handle that position too well. Don't worry, Master. We still have plenty of time before your classes begin. You'll be able to complete it before you go. Have mercy. I lay in bed after a refreshing shower, not to sleep, but to recover from Wellrod's training. Master, breakfast is ready. Thank you, Wellrod. I'll be there soon. It doesn't take long before I'm properly dressed and downstairs. Bread on the table is an exquisitely cooked meal. Normally indulging in such decadence would not be ideal for one's health. Wellrod, fortunately, has a talent for healthy cooking. This is amazing, Wellrod. A satisfied smile welcomes me to keep eating. You flattered me with your praise, Master. It's more than just flattery, it's kind of hard to put in words. The taste of your food is an incredible experience. A brilliant blush spreads across Wellrod's face. Thank you. Master, about your trip to school today, I believe it would be faster for me to drive you. Would you like that? Thank you, Wellrod. That would help me out a lot. Wellrod's face lights up and she straightens, as if casting off some unseen burden weighing her down. Thank you, Master. Today I uphold my duty to utmost limit of my abilities. No, there are no limits. She's thanking me just for accepting her offer. She is still caught up in yesterday's guilt. I was hoping to communicate more openly with her, not put her on or her talents down in any way. This is starting to make me worry. Wellrod might not be self-centered, but she appears to have quite a bit of pride. She sees her talents as part of her helping others, and not just for herself. What happens if they are taken away from her? Please meet me in the car when you're ready. I finish my breakfast, pack my bag, and head towards the car. The engine starts. Some of yesterday's fear lingers as the car speed increases, along with my heartbeat. Surprisingly, however, they both stop their progression. Hard to guess, we are still below the speed limit with no sign of changing. It's clear. Yesterday's incident has affected Wellrod. I'm not sure if confronting her about it would hurt or help. Wellrod, about yesterday's drive to school. Oh, that? Not worry about it, Master. I understand my faults and have worked to correct them. Thank you, Wellrod. I'm sorry if what I said was harsh. You're great to have around. I hope I didn't insult that fact.
There's a brief pause from her. I wish I could tell what she's feeling, but the rearview mirror is angled away from her face. All I can see from where I am is the back of her head.
Is that what you're worried about, Master? There's no need to worry. I am a resilient doll.
I don't doubt that she is. Still, I fear in the back of my head that her resilience isn't immunity to pain, only intolerance. Time passes in relative silence as Wellrod keeps her eyes on the road ahead. The awkwardness as the car is almost unbearable. I want to clear things up with Wellrod. She's going to be my bodyguard. I should get comfortable around her, and hopefully, so should she with me. Wellrod? Wellrod glances at me at the rearview mirror.
Yes?
Before you were assigned to me, what were you doing?
I've only performed the basic jobs of a doll. Nothing spectacular.
The response is unusually vague. After all, Wellrod tends to turn anything ordinary into an extraordinary story. Where did you operate?
Anywhere where the work was needed.
Her tone lightens and she speaks more clearly than before. This topic appears infinitely more inviting to her than the other.
From here to the ends of the earth, I have traveled. Everywhere and anywhere is where I serve. Whether that be the highest high or lowest low, the darkness of the abyss or the light of paradise, call my name, and I am already there.
I wanted to know more about the specific details, but hearing her joy at their drought is satisfying enough. A few minutes later, the car comes to a halt.
We have arrived. Enjoy your day at school, Master.
Thank you, Wellrod. I will. I turn around while walking and wait to Wellrod. She gives me a little wave before leaving with the car. As I keep walking, I hear bits and pieces of a conversation ahead of me.
Yes, I know. The elections aren't that far away now. Yes, I'm nervous. Star, I need you to be with me.
I turn my head and before I can stop myself, I bump into M4, who had been standing there, talking into her phone.
Eh?
She turns back in surprise and drops her phone, which bounces at once and lands in the middle of the path. I rush to retrieve it, but before I can reach it, the heel of white shoe lands right on the screen. The screen shatters and the phone nearly breaks into two. Shocked, I look up and see the culprits. Ah, it's 416 and G11. Ah, you sleepy beepy. A tall doll with pale blue hair eyes the phone disdainfully. She smirks slightly and continues walking, dragging a sleepy-looking gray-haired doll behind her. Two of the dolls stop in front of me. The brown-haired doll on the right is smartly dressed and looks more serious, while the orange-haired one next to her appears more carefree. Ah, it's 404. There they are. There's the wife. There's the wife.
Oh no, what will you do now, sis? I'll handle this. You go on ahead, 9.
9 nods and skips on ahead, humming to herself. The other doll helps me pick up the broken pieces of the phone and we stand up.
Oh dear, this is quite an unfortunate accident. My sincerest apologies,
Shiki. And it's not my phone, it's M4's. I look over to M4. She doesn't seem to have heard us. She stares at the broken phone with a look of horror on her face. The new doll has a strange expression on her face that sends a chill down my spine. She walks over to M4.
Uh-oh, she's doing that face. Miss M4, I'm truly sorry for what had just happened. Believe me, it was just an accident.
Something about her voice makes me think that there's more to it, but I don't press the matter further.
It's alright. Look, I will buy you a new phone. Is that fine? Consider it a token of my apology. In fact, I know a technician who might be able to retrieve your data from this broken phone. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. Just an accident. Alright, if you insist. The offer still stands though. See you later, M4. Shiki.
She smirks and walks away.
some reason I get the feeling that this girl is extremely dangerous. That's my wife!
I feel myself relax slightly as a brown-haired doll vanishes from sight. I turn to M4 and notice that she hasn't moved an inch. Her expression remains the same as before, almost as if she has been frozen in time. No! A sudden cry startles me. I rush over to her and try to calm her down, and she starts panicking.
That was Star's spare phone. I only borrowed it for a few days. I told her I would take good care of it. I still managed to mess that up. Now how will I ever face Star again?
I'm sorry. It's my fault. I should have seen where I was going.
No, Shiki, it's my fault. I should have been more aware of my surroundings.
Oh.
I'm always causing trouble for others. Can't do one thing right by myself.
Don't blame yourself. Here, let me see if I can salvage anything from this. I examine the broken phone. The screen might be beyond repair. Thankfully, the phone's memory and storage chips are intact. Good news M4. The phone's memory is intact. I can transfer it to a new phone without any issues. M4 relaxes slightly at the news, but still appears tense.
That's great, Shiki, but you really don't need to.
Listen to me, M4. I was responsible for breaking the phone. Let me try to fix things. I'll get you a new phone myself. If you explain to your friend, she will understand. A look of relief appears on M4's face.
Thank you, Shiki. Now I need to go.
M4 hurries away with a worried expression. She stops once and turns towards me, as I want to say something. Then she turns around and walks away again. M4 has been acting really strange. She's usually quiet, but today she seems unusually worried and self-deprecating. I have to find out what the problem is. If there is a chance that I can help her, I won't pass it up. I run after M4. She's walking along the ground floor corridor. I call after her and she stops to wait for me. And this is where I'll stop for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and maybe subscribe for more. And if you missed any previous videos of this, please check the playlist down below. Anyways, thank you. And take care.